Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Gurave Sarvalokanam Vishache Bhavaroginam Nidhaye Sarvavidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad-padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Sadashiva-samarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam Sakshat Kritam Dayanandam Paramartha-swarupinam Tattva-jnana-prashastaram Pranatosmi param padam. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Adye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaadhyayinim Ambattva-manusandadhami Bhagavad-gite bhavadveshinim Mukam karoti vachalam Pangum dhangayate girim Yat kripa tamaham bande Paramananda madhavam Narayanam namaskritya Naranchaiva narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet. We have completed the Pratama Shatkam, the first 6 chapters. As we have seen, the 18 chapters divided into groups, 3 groups, each group consisting of 6 chapters. It's called Shatkam. So the last shloka of the 6th chapter, that becomes the connecting link for the next chapter. That is how it was. In fact, for all the chapters, there always a connection. Connection is not there, connection is given by Rashikara. Therefore, the link for this chapter is given at the end of the previous chapter, 6th chapter. If that the link, it may not be present explicitly, it may be present in the form of some implicit question, not explicitly, the form of the seed of a question. Similarly, for all the other chapters, That is why we have Sangati. When we study Bhashyam, we see Sangati. Between the shlokas, there is a Sangati, there is a connection. Between the chapters also, there is a Sangati connection. So in the Pratama Shatkam, in the first group, Jiva Swarupa was discussed. In the Mahavakya Tat Tvamasi Tvam-pada Vichara. Analysis of the word Tvam. Tvam means you. You means, what is this you? This is Sharira Manasangata, the body mind sense complex. If it is body mind sense alone, Upadhi, then how can be equated with the Tat, the Lord? Even with the Upadhi, we cannot equate. With Upadhi, we cannot equate. Upadhi of Ishvara is this Jagat. How can be the same? Therefore, but the equation is valid. Equation, because Shastra says, even with Upadhi, we cannot match with the other Jiva. Then what to talk about with Ishvara? Therefore, it is impossible. Therefore, it is obvious that equation which equates Jiva and Ishvara, definitely not in terms of Upadhi. Ishvara is Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktivan. We are Alpajnaha, Alpashaktivan. We are not all pervading, not Sarvavyapi with Upadhi. So therefore, Tvam-pada Vichara, that's why Tvam-pada Vichara, analysis of the word Tvam. What is this Tvam? The Mahavakya. Shastram said, Tat Tvamasi, you are that. What is this you? That's why Jiva Swarupa. That's why understanding Swarupa of the Jiva. Swarupa of the Jiva means this Sharira Manasangata is what this Jiva enjoys. But it is not this Swarupa of this Jiva. Jiva Swarupa is what then? Atma. Atma is Akarta. There's Akarta, Abhokta, Atma, Avyayam, Atma iti. The second chapter we saw this Avyaktoyam, Achintyoyam, Avikaryoyam Uchyate. That is the Swarupa of this Atma. That is Atma. Swarupa of Atma. Jiva Swarupa. That is Jiva Swarupa, not Swarupa of Atma. That is a Jiva Swarupa. Jiva Swarupa is Atma. Atma is Akarta, Abhokta. Not subject to any change. It is Avyayam. It is Avikaryaha. It is not Vyaya. It is not subject to change. It is not made of parts. Therefore, it cannot undergo any change. That is Atma. That is a Swarupa of Jiva. Jiva Swarupa. Atma iti. Therefore, Sharira Manasangata, they are dismissed. They are not the Swarupa of the Jiva. Therefore, the essential nature of Jiva is Chaitanya. And essential nature of Ishvara is also Chaitanya. That is why equation is. So, it is not enough to know the Swarupa, the essential nature of Jiva alone. That cannot give moksha. I know myself to be Atma, Akarta, Bhokta, Avikaryaha, fine, all. But there is Jagat is there is Ishvara is there, Jagat Kalam Ishvara is there. There is always second thing other than me. Dvaitam, Dvaitadhi Bhayam Bhavati. Then the fear of samsara will continue. Even though I am Atma, but still there is another one, another person, Ishvara is there. That is why this identity is important. That alone removes the Veda, the differences, the notional differences between me and Ishvara, which is there, that has to go. That is why the next Shatkam starts to know the Swarupa of Ishvara, Jiva Swarupa. So that is the topic of the second Shatkam, that is Madhyama Shatkam. This group of 6 chapters, 7 to 12th chapter. Ishvara is discussed. It is not strictly only this will be discussed, as we saw even in the Pratama Shatkam. It is not only Jiva Swarupa alone is discussed. It is predominantly Jiva Swarupa, the discussion on the Swarupa of the Jiva. And Karma Yoga we saw, Purushartha, Purusha Prayatana, etc. All these were the topics. Similarly, here also we will see in the Madhyama Shatkam, Ishvara Swarupa and Upasana, Ishvara Anugraha, etc. All those topics will be covered. Predominantly, Ishvara Swarupa. What is the nature of Ishvara? So without Ishvara, Jiva is only knowing Jiva Swarupa, Jiva cannot gain, cannot understand moksha. What moksha then? So Jagat is there. So Jagat Karanam Ishvara is there, and I am there. I know myself to be Atma, fine. But this Jagat is there, Ishvara is it. They always will be a threat for me because they are different from me. And if you have the concept of that Ishvara is located somewhere, that's another big problem. He's a boss. So therefore, with the fear, I will be having this knowledge, Agam Atma, Agam Akarta, Bhokta. What use of that knowledge? In fact, that is meaningless. Agam Akarta, Bhokta, when you say Ishvara is there, you are different from Ishvara, therefore you must be limited. If you are limited, how can we without Kartrutva and Bhoktrutvam? That itself is, then understanding of Atma itself is a problem. So therefore, there is a necessity. There's a necessity, and then only there is a completion. Therefore, without knowing the Ishvara Swarupa, the teaching is not complete. Only knowing Ishvara Swarupa, not knowing Jiva Swarupa, then also teaching is not complete. That is why both the padams are important. And both the padam plus an identical the oneness of the both, that also has to be highlighted. That is a teaching. That is why Tat Tvam Asi. Tvam Tat Asi. You are that. You don't become that. Becoming is a problem. Becoming is you become and then you can unbecome, again become, unbecome. So that is a samsara only. So therefore, it is a fact, the truth. In fact, that is a truth, unchangeable. If that is the truth, why I don't know? That's what Shastra also has. How is that you don't know? That is that because of Maya, that is because of Ajnanam. It is so powerful. This Avarana Shakti and Vikshepa, the knowledge is covered, and you project so many things because of this Ajnanam. The Shariyam, Tabhimana with the Shariyamana Sangata. Atma is Acharitam. My Swarupa is Acharitam by Ajnanam. And in that place, I take myself to be this Srinamana Sangata. Therefore, I become as though an individual. Not really. If it's really, then you cannot give up that. If it is individual, if Jivatvam is Satyam, then it cannot be given up. Jivatvam is Mithya, therefore it is not, there is no giving up, in fact, you dismiss it. Even though you may not be knowing, still it is not that you have it. Because it is not you are. So it can be dismissed by knowledge. Jivatvam is a notion. It is not real. So what is that to give up then? The wrong notion is that is knocked off by the right knowledge. That is what the Shastra does. So therefore, you can understand the necessity of the discussion of Ishvara. That is why we say that Shastra in which there is no discussion of Ishvara, that Shastra is not worth studying. It is incomplete. That's why Prarthana and all important. That's why every Grantha begins with a prayer also. Every Grantha begins with a prayer. So that Ishvara, appreciation of the Ishvara. From the absolute standpoint, there is no Ishvara Jiva Beda. From the Vyavaharika, Beda is there. Therefore, as a protocol, Ishvara, Prarthana, etc., all these are Vyavahara only. In fact, the Jnani also, this is another question comes up. In Advaita Jnani, will he go to the temple? Why not? Everything is Bhagavan, and Bhagavan is in the temple also. Therefore, there is no problem for a Jnani to worship the Lord, with form, without form. It's Atma Puja, in fact. He worships himself. Everything is himself. As we saw in the last chapter, Sarvabhutastam Sarvabhutani Chatmani Cha Atmani Ikshate Yoga Yuktatma. So therefore, every that puja, what is done, it is Atma Puja. So if that is from the standpoint of the Jnani, then what to talk of the Mukshu, the Jnani? Therefore, the knowledge of Ishvara is a must. Without which the teaching is incomplete. Understanding is incomplete. So therefore, the next chapter, next 6 chapters, that's a necessity. So first 6 chapters dealt with the meaning of the word Tvam, predominantly Jiva Swarupa. Predominantly. Pradhanyataha. Why Pradhanyataha? Because we discussed Avatara also, the 4th chapter. Avatara discussion was there. Yada yada ki dharmasya ajopi sannam atma bhutanam vishwaropi san prakritim samadhishtaya sambhavami atmamaya yada yada ki dharmasya glanir bharata iti. The topic of Avatara also was there. So it is, therefore we say predominantly it is Jiva Swarupa. So in the following now 6 chapters, predominantly the discussion would be the cause of this Jagat. Who is this cause of this Jagat? Ishvaraha. That is Tatpada Vicharaha. This Jagat is there. Jagat is there. Jagat is Srishtam, created. Therefore, it must have a creator. The Jagat includes my Sharira Manasangata. So, even though created by my parents, but still, that's it is created. Created my parents' Shariram are created. Who created them? In fact, they don't create. They are only the nimitta for creation. So, therefore, there must be Ishvara, who is Srishtikarta. Srishtikarta, Jagatkarta, Srishtikarta. He must be the creator, and he only sustains it, and finally he only resolves it. Not only from the standpoint of this creation, Srishtikarta, Srishtikarta, Layakarta, not only that, he is also, as we have seen, Karmapala Data. He is Karma Adhyaksha. He is the one who gives the Karmapala to the Jivas. The whatever karma the Jiva supposed to enjoy, that karma is given to that Jiva alone, not to other Jiva. It is all in keeping with the order. There is no mistake in the order. In fact, the order is infallible. That order is infallible. Whatever the karmas are stored in the account of the Jivas, those Jivas will exhaust those karmas only. How they enjoy? Who is the giver? Jiva cannot themselves enjoy. There's a data, there's a giver. Why we do require a giver? There are so many karmas that all cannot be simultaneously enjoyed by Jiva. There is every possibility. There is every possibility for a Jiva to be born as every being, from amoeba to dinosaur. All possibilities are there. Infinite possibilities. Why? Because karmas are there. What karma I have? How do I know? Being limited, I cannot know. Who knows then? Bhagavan only knows. Because he is Sarvajnaha. He knows. And he knows when, where, which karma to fructify for the Jiva. He knows. Therefore, karma paladata. Even with regard to doing any karma, we don't have choice over the karma pala. As we saw, karmanyavadikaraste, ma paleshu kadachana. Most often it is wrongly interpreted shloka. This do your action, don't expect the results. But that is not the meaning of this shloka. You don't have choice over the action. That is the meaning. Not don't expect the results. Prayojana manudeshya na mandopi pravartate. Without expecting the results, even a fool will not engage in any activity. Then what to talk of the karma yogi? So that is not the meaning. Without expecting result, that is a wrongly understood or wrongly understood translation. We don't have choice over the karma pala. We have choice in doing because we are karta. Jivas, human beings, particularly human beings. Jiva meaning human beings. They enjoy the privilege of doing. They are eligible for performing karma. Other beings, they don't have this privilege. They are choiceless. They are programmed. They are limited. Programmed in a limit that too. In a limited way. In a limited way, they enjoy choice. That is limited. But human beings, that inhibiting factor is not there. That limitation is not there. He enjoys ultimate choice. Whatever he wishes to do, he can do. He can do, he need not do. Kartum shakyam, akartum shakyam. Anyata va kartum shakyam. Therefore, he is a karta. He can be a karta, but can he command karma pala for his karma? That he doesn't have. So therefore, there is a gradation. Other beings do not enjoy this freedom. Human beings enjoy this freedom, but human beings don't enjoy the freedom of commanding the karma pala, which Bhagavan only enjoys. Therefore, Ishvara is important. Karma paladata is karma adhyaksha. Karturagya prapyate palam. Karma kimparam karma dajjadam. As Ramana Maharshi says in Upadesha Sara. Kartuhu agnya. Who is a karta? Bhagavan Ishvaraha. Kartuhu agnya. Karta here is Kartuhu karma paladatuhu ityartaha. So therefore here Tatpada Vichara, in that we will discuss Ishvara as the Srishti Sati Layakarta, is a Karma Paladata, and therefore this Jagat, which is a manifestation of Ishvara, the glory of Ishvara, Vibhuti of Ishvara, all the glories we see in this Srishti, it's the glory of the Ishvara, glory of the Lord. And when you know that Ishvara to be myself, then you will see it as the glory of myself. All the glories are my glory. And that the entire Jagat as Ishvara presented in the 11th chapter, Vishwarupa. So therefore, Ishvara is the topic here. And Ishvara is discussed here as Saguna Brahma and Nirguna Brahma. Saguna Brahma, Nirguna Brahma. Saguna Brahma, in the language of Gita, it is Brahma with the Upadi, that is Apara Prakriti. Apara Prakriti. And Nirguna Brahma, that is Para Prakriti. Apara Prakriti, Para Prakriti. Apara Prakriti is Mithya. Para Prakriti is Satya. Satyam. That is Brahma, Nirupadika Brahma. So, now, when we say Tatattvamasi, when the identity of Jiva and Ishvara is presented to the Mahavakya, the Mahavakya doesn't equate Jiva with Ishvara in terms of Sopadika or Nirupadika, not in terms of Sopadika. Whether it is Ishvara Upadi or Jiva Upadi, Upadi is Mithya. Therefore, the equation is only from the standpoint of Nirupadika. So, therefore, to understand that, we need all these discussions, all the disciplines. All the disciplines are required. That's why Karma Yoga, etc., Ishvara Anugraha, and finally that Aikyam, Jnana Yoga values, etc. Those are presented in the next Shatkam. That is the third Shatkam, Antima Shatkam, Sharama Shatkam. So therefore, Tat, Tvam Tat, Asi, Aikya. Tvam Pada Vicharaha, Anantaram Tat Pada Vicharaha, Kritva Anantaram, Aikyam. That is presented in the last Shatkam. The last third group of 6 chapters. Now, in this chapter, the first 3 shlokas introduces the topic. Not only for the topic of this chapter, in fact, topic for this Shatkam, the second Shatkam, Madhyama Shatkam. So let us read the shloka, first shloka. Shri Bhagavanuvacha.
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Maya Saktamana Partha
Maya Saktamana
Saktamana
Partha
Partha
Yogam Yunjanmadashrayah
Yogam
Yogam Yunjan
Yunjanmadashrayah
Madashrayah
Asamshayam Samagram Mam
Asamshayam
Asamshayam
Samagram
Samagram Mam
Yata Jnasya Tachrunu.
Yatha
Yatha
Jnasyasi
Jnasya
Tachrunu.
Tachrunu.
Okay, this chapter, the Saptamodhyaya. This chapter is called Jnana Vijnana Yoga. The title, even though given at the end, but we can know Jnana Vijnana Yoga. Jnanam Vijnanam. Jnanam is knowledge. What about Vijnanam? Vijnanam also, that is also Jnanam only. Jnanam Vijnanam. We'll discuss that. The chapter is titled Jnana Vijnana, that comes in the next shloka. So that time this Jnana Vijnanam, we'll see what it is. Jnana Vijnana Yogo Nama Saptamodhyaya. Now in this shloka, the first word itself, Mayi. Mayi is Mayi Ishvare, the discussion of Ishvara. Mayi. Mayi means not the son of Vasudeva, not Krishna. Krishna talking from the standpoint of Ishvara. Mayi. It is in the Uttama Purusha, Ekavachan, Masvat Shabda, Mayi, Saptami Bhakti, Ekavachan, Mayi, Mayi Ishvare, Mayi, Mayi in me, Asaktamanaha. In Mayi, Asaktamanaha, Asaktamanaha, Manas Shabda is Napumsakalinga. Asaktamanaha, it is a Bahuri Samasa. Asaktam Manaha, Yasya Saha, Asaktamanaha, Veda, become like Veda Shabda. So referring to the person, Asaktamanaha refers to the person whose mind is asakta, committed. Asakti is committed. When it comes to Ishvara, we say it is committed. Otherwise, it is attachment. Asakta, committed in me. The one who is committed in me, whose mind is committed. Whose mind is committed means the person is committed. The person is committed in me, committed in knowing me, committed in understanding me. That is a commitment. His dedication, his whole time, energy, effort, everything is involved in knowing me. Knowing me as what? Knowing me as a different person. Already it is known. So there is nothing knowing in that. In knowing me, knowing means now it is not known. Therefore, he is going to know. Ishvara Swarupaha, Mai Swarup, Mama Swarupaha Kim. Therefore, he is interested, he is committed in understanding me. He has got that the inquisitiveness to know me. That is a commitment. It does don't just swallow ideas. He is interested in knowing me, therefore he does the vichara, therefore he studies the shastram. So therefore that is a commitment. What else is a commitment? Commitment in understand Ishvara. That is in the form of studying the shastram. Understand that's how you understand Bhagavan. Otherwise, all you understand. By puja, puja is a bhavana. In fact, puja, the real puja starts after understanding Ishvara. The real puja, a person becomes a bhakta, he becomes really a bhakta, becomes a real bhakta only after understanding the swarupam of Ishvara. Then he does puja. Then his puja also becomes meaningful. It doesn't mean that puja he does before that is not meaningful. In fact, that is a means for the end. The end is to know that Ishvara is me. The Ishvara Puja, it results in Atma Puja. In fact, we do Atma Puja first when we do Puja. And then we do Ishvara. Atma Puja. First we do Puja to ourselves. In the Sharira, the Ishvara is who is there. So I invoke that Ishvara in the Murti, what I worship. That's why we do Dega Shuddhi and all in the puja. The same Ishvara Antaryami who is in me, the same I invoke in the Murti. Not only in the Murti, even in ritual and all Agni. In that you invoke them, you invoke that Devata, you invoke that Lord in the Agni, who is seated in you, who is as Antaryami. So therefore, that Mayi Asakta Manaha, an important word. And Mayi, the first word is so beautiful because it is Ishvara. The topic is Ishvara. Mayi Asakta Manaha. Mayi Asakta Manaha. A Partha, Mayi Asakta Manaha, and is Madashrayaha. Mad Ashrayaha. His Ashraya is me. My Madashrayaha. Aham eva ashrayaha yasya saha. Madashrayaha. So, referring to the person, for the Bhagavad compound. Like mas asaktam manaha yasya saha, similarly. His ashraya is refuge. Ashrita is the person, jiva, and his ashraya is aham, myself. So I am the ashraya for whom? Madashrayaha. So Mayi asakta manaha madashrayaha san. Madashrayaha. His ashraya is only myself, is aham eva. Aham is Ishvara. So Mahi, it has become aham here. Aham. In me is having commitment and he has ashraya, the dependence, the refuge on me, the Ishvara. So when you have ashraya and Ishvara, then only you become a mumukshu, you become a mukshu, you become really a seeker. See, a person with reference to the end, what he wants to accomplish, the desired, he becomes the one who is the desirer. When you call a person as a desirer of a thing, with reference to what he desires, the desire end. Suppose if Artha is his end, his Ashraya, Artha is what he wants to accomplish. Artha or Kama. To gain that, he adopts a particular means. The means are the Ashraya. Artha is the end, and therefore for gaining the Artha Purushartha, he adopts the appropriate means. That means becomes the Ashraya for that person. Ashraya for gaining the Artha Purushartha. Similarly, Kama Purushartha. Whatever the means he adopts, whatever the sadhana, the means to gain the sadhya, the end, that sadhana becomes the Ashraya for the person. Because the person desires Artha and Kama, is a desirer. So with reference to Artha and Kama, is a desirer, and therefore he takes up different sadhana activities, and his Ashraya is now on the sadhana. A Agnihotri perform a Agnihotra karma. That's why it's called Agnihotri. Agnihotri perform Agnihotra karma means it's Anyoni Ashraya. Because he performs Agnihotra karma, therefore only is Agnihotri. Otherwise, he cannot call him as Agnihotri. Anyway, he performs the karma for what purpose? For going to Swargaloka. In fact, that is the palam. That is the result a person gains by the performance of a karma, Agnihotra karma. If he is a mumukshu, he is not interested in going to Swargaloka, but still as a grihastha he performs. That case, his palam is different. He gets the appropriate situation for gaining moksha. That is different. Now, the point here is, since he performs Agnihotra karma for going to heaven is Agnihotra Ashraya. He has got Ashraya on the sadhana, the ritual Agnihotra. Similar to Artha and Kama, this is Artha Ashraya, Kama Ashraya, now Agnihotra Ashraya. Artha Ashraya is, what I mean by Artha Ashraya is, for gaining Artha, whatever sadhana he takes up, whatever the means it takes up. So, Artha Sadhana Ashraya, Kama Sadhana Ashraya, Agni Otra Ashraya. So, like that, anything with reference to the end, it takes up the means. Therefore, yes, Ashraya on that means. So, it can be called. It can be called by the means Agni Otra Ashraya. Agni Otra Ashraya is the person who has got Ashraya in the means, that is Agnihotra, for going to heaven. Similarly, if we extend that, the person is gaining moksha. The person is a mokshati for getting moksha. Now, for moksha, it takes ashraya on Ishvara, because the knowledge of the Ishvara is the means. Therefore, it becomes madashrayaha, Ishvara ashrayaha. That is the meaning of the word madashrayaha. Ishvara is a means. Ishvara Jnana is a means. Ishvara Tattvam, the knowledge in the form of the knowledge which is the Ishvara, which is the Ishvara Jnanam, the knowledge of Ishvara, which is a means. Ishvara Tattvam. He has to know. That is a means for moksha. Jiva Tattvam alone is not enough. Jiva Swarupa already discussed. Therefore, Ishvara Swarupa, he should know. Therefore, that becomes a means for the end, that is moksha. So, therefore, Ashraya becomes Ishvara for this person. Therefore, Madashrayaha. Agam eva Ashrayaha. Agam eva Ashrayaha. Yatha Agnihotra is the Ashraya for going to Swarga Loka. Similarly, Agam eva Ashraya. I am the Ashraya for going to, not going anywhere, for gaining myself. Here, unlike Agnihotra, there you reach a place, limited in time and space, that is Swarga Loka. But here, the means, the sadhana itself becomes a sadhya. The sadhana itself becomes a sadhya. The knowledge of Ishvara takes you where? The knowledge of Ishvara frees you, liberates you. That Ishvara is myself. Therefore, Madashrayaha. Agam eva Ashrayaha. So, if it takes to Ashraya on me, the Ishvara, that is a means for moksha. Will it take Ashraya on Artha, Kama, and all? No. Is not Arthashrayaha, it's not Kamashya. Arthashrayaha, what I mean is the means which are conducive for gaining Artha Purushartha. So he's not Arthashraya, he's not Kamashraya. He is, in fact, is Mokshashraya, is Madashrayaha, Ishwarashrayaha. Madashrayaha. The one who seeks Bhagavan alone, Ishvara alone, is called Madashrayaha. So that person, Mayi Asakta Manaha, Madashrayaha, son, Yogam Unjan. Yogam, this Yogam Unjan. Unjan means practicing. He practices yoga. What is that yoga here? Yoga in the form of, from the preparatory stage onwards, yoga is yoga, that is karma, upasana, then jnana yoga. Karma yoga followed by upasana, followed by ultimately jnana yoga. That is how the Veda is also divided also. In fact, karma kanda, upasana kanda, then jnana kanda. Upasana kanda also included in karma kanda only. It is also a karma, manasam karma. Upasana required for chitta naischalya. Karma yoga for chitta shuddhi. So, having gained this, shanta manasaha, now shravanadi, that is jnana sadhanam. So, that is a means. That is yogam unjan. That is a yogam unjan. So, therefore, that person is committed to the pursuit of knowing Ishvara. And you will know me. You will know me. Oh, asamshayam samagram mam. You will know me completely, totally, without any doubt. Samshaya ragitam, asamshayam, and samagram, not incomplete, total. You will know me without any doubt, completely, totally. How? You will know me completely, totally. That asamshayam samagram yata jnasasi tachunu. Yata, that is by listening to me, you will know me completely. So it means I will teach you in such a way, you will not have any doubts. You will not have any doubts and there will not be any lack. You will know me completely. So know me in totally. The way I am going to teach you. Yata jnasati tachranu. What is totally? Bhagavan is total. That's it, Bhaga. He has got all the sixfold virtues completely. Aishwaryam. Aishwaryasya samagrasya. Viryasya yashashashriyaha. Jnana vairagyoscheva. Shanna bhaga iti rana. Bhagaha. The sixfold power, the sixfold shakti, the sixfold virtues which are present completely in whom? That person is called Bhagavan. So Bhagavan, he says, you know me totally. That is also samagram. Bhaga, in fact, the sixfold virtues which is present totally. Samagram. Aishwaryasya samagrasya. Samagram. Not little, complete. That is, complete is Purnam. Nothing, nothing left out. Purnam. The definition of Bhagavan itself is the samagram, the word is there. And here he says samagram. So you know me completely, totally, without any doubt. That way, I will teach you and you listen. Yata jnasasi. Tum jnasasi. Future tense. So by resorting to me, yukta asakta manaha madashrayaha san yata jnasasi tachrunu. Yata jnasasi tachrunu. So you will know me completely. That way I will teach you. Tachrunu, may you learn. May you learn. May you know me. Therefore, to know me completely, these are the conditions. What are the conditions? You should be Mayi Asakta Manaha. You must be a person committed to me. You must have commitment for me. Commitment for knowing Ishvara. Ishvara Jnanam. It means Mumukshu. That's what Mumukshu. You must be a Mumukshu. Because Ishvara in the form of moksha. Therefore, you must have intense desire for moksha. Tivra Mumukshu. Mumukshutvam, important. Manushyatvam is there. Now Mumukshutvam. And Mahapurusha Samshaya also is there for Arjuna. Right? In front. Bhagavan is talking. Therefore, moksha. Why it is required Mumukshutvam? Because moksha is freedom from limitation. And Ishvara is limitless. So, therefore, moksha and Ishvara, there is no difference. Therefore, you must be, Mumukshu means you must be the desire of knowing me. Me is, Aham is, that is Aham moksha. That is Mayi, Ishvara and moksha, not different. Mayi asakta manaha means moksha, purusharte asakta manaha ityartaha. Because Ishvara in the form of moksha. Moksha is what? Freedom from limitations. And Ishvara is also a very meaning of the word limitlessness, purnatvam. Therefore, Mayi asakta manaha is moksha asakta manaha. You are committed to moksha. That is mumukshu ityartaha. That is one condition. And you must be madashrayaha, complete surrender to me. You must me as your support. It means having me as the priority. Other things comes later. Me as a priority. Priority, that is moksha should be in your priority list. You must be that stands for Purushartha Viveka, in fact. Maya Asakta Manaha stands for Mumukshutvam and Madashrayaha stands for Purushartha Nishchaya. You have clarity with regard to what you want to gain. Moksha is such a pursuit that it will not allow other pursuit to dominate. Other pursuits can be there, it can subserve the moksha purushartha. But if you are viveki, if you have vyavasayatmika buddhi, as we saw in the second chapter, this adyavasayatmika buddhi, that purushartha nishchaya, clarity with regard to what one wants. Because of the lack of clarity only, we suffer. What I want, even with regard to artha and kama, there should be some clarity. If you want artha, then go for it. If you want kama, then go for it. I want artha, at the same time I want this also, moksha also. That will not work. First, if you are so committed to artha, gain artha. Kama, gain kama. Moksha will wait. Or if you want moksha, then need to have moksha purusha as a top priority. That is a purushartha viveka. Purushartha viveka is moksha is what I want. That understanding is, in fact, that is called purushartha viveka. Purushartha nishchaya. Artha is not what I want. Artha gives security, but that security is not really a security. Kama gives a sense of security, but not really security. Those are give only the sense of security. But what I want is freedom from the sense of insecurity. Because really there is nothing secure, that I have a notion of insecurity, therefore freedom from the sense of insecurity. That is what moksha. Therefore, with regard to moksha, I should have very clear understanding, clarity, purushartha nishchaya, what I want. What I want is moksha alone, not what I want is that's a choice. Choice may be there in the beginning, but once you become a mumukshu, what I want is only moksha, purushartha nishchaya. That is what the word madashayaha indicates. Therefore, Mayi asakta manaha is one, madashayaha is second condition. Third one is yogam yunjan, then put into practice to practice dhyanam. That is, as we saw, karma yoga followed vipassana, then dhyana yoga, the last one. That is a sadhanam, jnana yoga sadhanam. So these three conditions then are important. Then asamshayam samagram mam. Yeah, the word, another thing is samagram. The word samagram means complete, total, I said. Samagram. That is abhinna nimitta upadana karanam ityartaha. Abhinna nimitta upadana karanam. Completely, totally. That is both sopadika and nirupadika. Sopadika and nirupadika. That is total. Sopadika Ishvara Jnanam as Jagat Karanam Ishvara and Nirupadika. Why Nirupadika? Then only there is Aikyam. Therefore Nirupadika. And Asamshayam, without doubt. Why doubt is there? From the standpoint of the Vyavaharika, we doubt. Is there Ishvara? Is there Ishvara? Ishvara is there. It means he must be locating somewhere else. So that from the standpoint of the Vyavaharika, we have doubt. Therefore, confusion with regard to our vision, Vyavaharika Drishti and Paramatika Drishti. Therefore, without any doubt, Asamshayam. Asamshayam Mam. Asamshayam Samagram Mam. Yata Jnasasi. As you will know, Tat Charno. I will tell you in such a way that you will not have any doubts. You will not have any doubts. Therefore, you listen. Tat Charno. Yata Jnasasi. Without doubt, completely you will know. That way I will teach you. So I will teach you in such a way you will not have any doubt with regard to the knowledge of me. And I will teach you completely, totally. Totally it means it is sopadika, nirupadika. Sopadika is required for understanding the Jagat. So you have first Jagat has to be understood as Ishvara. Therefore, because Jagat is that Ishvara is understood, then what about Jagat? Jagat will be hanging out. So Jagat cannot exist without Ishvara. That is why Sopadika. So Jagat is Jagat Karanam Brahma, Ishvara, and Ishvara is without this Upadi is Nirupadika, that is me. Therefore, that's a completion of the teaching. So Tachruno iti. Iti introduction is just an introduction. Then the second shloka. Let us read. Jnanam teham savijnanam
Jnanam teham
teham
savijnanam.
idam vakshamya sheshataha
Idam
idam
vaksham
vaksham
yasheshataha.
yajñātvā neha bhūyonyat
Yajñātvā neha
yajñātvāneha
bhuyo yat.
bhūyonyat
ज्ञातव्यमवशिष्यते.
ज्ञातव्यम्
Tavyam
avashishyate.
yavashishyate.
So here also he says, Asheshataha vakshyami. I will teach you completely. I will not omit anything. I will teach you completely. Asheshataha. Jnanam te is to you. Aham vakshyami. I teach you. Vakshyami, I tell. Here what is telling is teaching. To you, Aham Ishvaraha will give you the knowledge. Jnanam savijnanam. Savijnanam. Vijnanena saha. Jnanam Vijnanam. Jnanam along with Vijnanam. Therefore, along with Sa Vijnanam. So, any knowledge, Idam Jnanam, the knowledge, Idam referring to anything, any Vastu. The knowledge of the Idam, the Vastu, the object. Here Idam Jnanam is what? Jnanam Tegam Idam Jnanam. Here Idam referring to Ishvara. Here it's Ishvara. Idam Jnanam, this knowledge. What is this knowledge? It is a knowledge of this the part, knowledge of this particular branch of science, Idam Jnanam. What is the subject matter of this knowledge? The subject matter of this knowledge is myself, Brahma, therefore Brahma Vidya, Jnanam. Brahma Jnanam, Brahma Vidya. Ishvara, Idam Jnanam means subject matter is Ishvara, the cause of this Jagat. Who is everything? This Jagat. That is the knowledge, immediate knowledge. I will tell you, I will teach you, Asheshataha, completely, without any omission, without leaving out anything, completely. So, that is, the teacher will not hold anything. In fact, the teacher cannot hold. This is how the teaching is. So, Asheshataha completely. But Jnana Vijnanam, two words are mentioned. What is the difference? We have to bring some difference. Otherwise, it remains same. Jnanam, Punarukti dosha. I will teach you knowledge, I will teach you knowledge. Why two times promised them? Because it is mentioned, and also Sa Vijnanam. Sa Vijnanam is Vijnanena Saha. Therefore, it must be different. If it is not different, then Vijnane, you should say. That is redundant, unnecessary. Ramaha Lakshmanena Saha. Sa Lakshmanaha, we say. Rama along with Lakshmana. Similarly, Jnanam Sa Vijnanam. So it must be different. Vijnanam. V means Vishesha. V is Upasarga. So Vijnanam is immediate knowledge. Jnanam is direct knowledge. Direct knowledge. But we say like this Jnanam and Vijnanam, we give the difference. Jnanam is direct knowledge, Paroksha Jnana. Direct knowledge. Brahma Asti. Brahma is the Ishvara is there. Ishvara is Sopadika. Ishvaraha Asti. Brahma Asti. Sopadika. Because you cannot say Nirupadika Brahma Asti. Brahma without the Upadhi. Brahma Asti. Brahma Asti, how you say? Because Jagat is there. Therefore, Jagat Karanam must be there. The Jagat is intelligently put together. It's a beautiful creation. Everything is in perfect order. Everything is in perfect order. There is no disorderliness. So, therefore, one can appreciate the orderliness, which is Ishvara. Therefore, Jagat is from the Karya, we understand that must be Karanam. And from the Shastra only we understand. Karanam, that Karana Jagat, Karanam is Ishvara. So Jagat Karanam Ishvaraha. Because he is the Karanam, he is a Karta. By seeing the Karya, the Jagat, we can infer the creator, the Jagat Karta, he must be all-knowing. As we understand by seeing a pot, the pot maker must be endowed with the knowledge of pot, to make a pot, the know-how of a pot. He knows. He knows how to create a pot, what material to be used, in what proportion it should be added, water and all. Everything, all the technical details, you know. So without fail, he will create a pot as we require. Therefore, he is, with regard to pot making, is Gatagnaha. Kulalaha is Gatagnaha. Gatakarta Gatagnaha. Since he has a know-how of making a pot, therefore Gatagnaha. Similarly, with regard to Jagat, Jagat Karta must be, Jagat is the entire Jagat, Sarvajnaha. It must be all-knowing, omniscient, and is Sarvashaktiman. Therefore, that Brahma Asti, Ishvaraha Asti, Sopadika Brahma Asti, that is a knowledge. Ishvara is there, is a knowledge. In fact, that is a knowledge we all, provisionally we have. Bhagavan is there. Everything happens by the will of the Lord. That even a normal person, an average person, normal meaning average person in the world knows, who may not be exposed to the tradition, but still born here in this culture, he accepts Ishvara is there. Everything happens according to his will. So therefore, the appreciation of Ishvara, that is from the standpoint of this Jagat. So that knowledge is there, that is Dvaita. Ishvaraha Asti, Brahma Asti, Sopadika Brahma Asti, that is the knowledge, Brahma Asti. Direct knowledge. It is knowledge which is direct. You don't have to verify it. What verification is required? Jagat is there, pot is there. From the pot we infer Kulalaha, pot maker. From the Jagat, we have to make the inference. There must be a Jagat Karta. It is logical. Karya is there must be Karanam. Without Karanam, how can the Karya, the product will be? As we infer the cause from the product, similarly we infer the Jagat Karta, Ishvaraha, from the Karya, that is Jagat. And Jagat is intelligently put together, therefore Ishvara must be Sarvajna, Sarvashaktiman. So Ishvaraha Asti, that is direct knowledge. That is direct knowledge. Ishvaraha Asti. Then what about Vijnanam? That Ishvara is myself, Nirupadika Ishvara. That is, Vijnanam is Aparoksha Jnanam. That is, that Ishvara, Nirguna Brahma, Sopadika Brahma, that Brahma is Satchit Anandaha, Satyam Jnanamanantam Brahma, Yo Veda Nigitam Guhayam, Parame Vyoman, that Brahma is myself. That is immediate knowledge. Vijnanam. Brahma Asti Paroksha Jnanam. Brahma Asmi. That Brahma Aham Asmi. Aparoksha Jnanam. That is immediate knowledge. So, therefore, what Bhagavan says here is, I will teach you Swapadika Brahma and Nirupadika Brahma, that is Tattvam. Tattvam. That is the Nirupadika Brahma in the form of IQ. So, therefore, both Jnanam, Sa Vijnanam. So, therefore, Jnana Vijnanam, Paroksha Jnanam as well as Aparoksha Jnana. Aparoksha Jnanam is in the form of, that is myself. That Ishvara is Ishvaraha Agamyeva. There is no difference between Ishvara and me. Advaita Jnanam. So Jnanam is Dvaita Jnanam. Vijnanam is Advaita Jnanam. Dvaita Jnanam we say from the standpoint of this Jagat. there is a Vyavahara with the Jagat, the Vyavaharika Jagat is there, Vyavahara is there. So there must be the Ishvara, therefore it is Dvaita Jnanam. Dvaita Jnanam doesn't mean the Ishvara is, the truth of Ishvara is Dvaitam. If it is Dvaitam, then why Vijnanam is required? Brahma asti iti jnanam, jnanam. Brahma, that Brahma, aham asmi iti jnanam, Vijnanam. So Vijnanena saha. So I will not stop with Jnanam just by giving you the Sopadika Brahma Jnanam. Virupadika Brahma Jnanam also I'll give you. Then Yajñatva, knowing which, there will be nothing left out. Yajñatva iha na bhuyaha anyat kinchit jnatavyam avashishyate. Knowing which, there will not be anything left out unknown. Generally, it doesn't like that in any knowledge. If you take, for example, generally it doesn't happen that way. When you know one thing, you know that alone only. In fact, you will come to know there are many things connected to that I don't know. When you study a particular a book, some word or some field of science is suppose if it is mentioned, then you have to Google it to find out. You see that, then there will be some other terms will be used, and that may be related to some other field. So it will go on and on. So it's a chain. It's never ending. So your area of that ajnanam, you will discover when you see that. So many areas are yet to be known. We don't know. Therefore, when you know one thing, that itself is not complete. You relatively know that thing. Relatively know that thing completely. That's only relatively, not really. So many areas are not known. Or if you take for provisional, for a discussion, you know one thing means you know that thing alone. You know a rose means you know rose only. But rose itself really cannot be known because there is roses. The flower is made of so many parts. Everything we don't know also. We know only the. For our discussion, if we take, I know this rose means I know that rose alone. I don't know other thing. I don't know the tree. I don't know the mountain. I don't know other things. So only that object is known. But here he says, Yajñatva, knowing me, there will not be nothing left out unknown. How is it possible? If it is possible, then everything must be Ishvara. So knowing Ishvara, everything is known. Therefore, now you can connect very well with the what we frequently discuss or frequently I quote. Kasminna bhagavo vijñate sarvamidam vijñatam bhavati iti Shaunaka. You can know about the Shaunaka asks this question to Angiras Mundaka Upanishad. That is how the topic opens. That Vedanta topic is opened. Nice way of opening the topic. Introduction the Vedanta. In Kathopanishad, it is a different way of introduction. Shayascha prayascha manushya metaha iti. But in Mundaka Upanishad, the introduction to Vedanta starts with this question. Knowing what, I will know everything. Kasminna bhagava vijñate sarvam idam vijñatam bhavati. The same thing here. Yajñatva na iha anyaha bhuyat jnatavyam. Anyaha bhuyaha. Bhuyaha anyat jnatavyam avashishyate. Nothing will be left. Na avashishyate. Iha. Here. Yajñatva, knowing which. Knowing which, anyat jnatavyam. Other thing to be known will not be left out. Avashishyate. Na avashishyate. If that is so, then what is that object of knowledge? The object of knowledge is Ishvara, and he is everything, he is this Jagat. Therefore, knowing him, everything is known. Knowing him, everything is known. Therefore, what is to be known really is, what is Jnatavyam is this Vastu, this Brahma, Ishvara alone. There is nothing to know. There is nothing to other than this. Everything is Brahma. So everything is Brahma, everything is being Ishvara. So therefore, Ishvara jnanena sarva jnanam bhavati. Brahma jnanena sarva jnanam bhavati. So knowing Ishvara, everything is known. So there is nothing will be left out in this Jagat unknown. That is why that Vidya is called Sarva Vidya Pratishtam. Again, the same Mundaka. It is Sarva Vidya Pratishtam. But you see, there are many things. How you say, knowing Ishvara, everything is not. This everything is Mithya. So, Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya. This is Mithya. Knowing clay, you know, any articles made of clay, any objects made of clay. You don't have to know the objects of clay individually. You don't have to investigate pot. You don't have to investigate a plate. You don't have to investigate a glass. All these are made of clay. You know the cause. The cause is Ishvara. So Ishvara Jnanena Jagat Jnanam Bhavati. Karya Jnanam. The Karya is Jagat. Therefore, what is there is left out to be known. Therefore, in this knowledge only, you are completely free from Ajnanam. There is no trace of Ajnanam left out. That is why Anyat Jnatavyam Navashishyate. It means what? There will be complete absence of ignorance. In any other field, you cannot say. Only with regard to this Jnanam only, you can say there will be complete removal of Ajnanam. With regard to any other field, you cannot say. Even a person who has done PhD in a particular field is still, even with regard to his own field also, many areas are yet to be explored. With regard to that is Ajnanam, Ajnani only. Therefore, with regard to this Jnanam only, we can call the person is a Jnani, is complete, is filled with Jnanam, no trace of Ajnanam. Anyat Jnatavyam Navashishyate. Therefore, this Jagat is Ishvaraha. To know the Jagat, you don't have to know if you want to know the Jagat, know Ishvara. You don't have to know every object of this Jagat. That is what the story of the Ganesha, Ganapati and the Shanmuka, the story. That is when the Jnana Palam, when the Palam was given by Narada to Lord Shiva, when Shiva conducted a test, whoever the goes around of this, the Jagat, this Prapancha, takes around and come back first, they will be the winner. Ganesha is very intelligent. He knows this Jagat is not different from Parvati Parameshwara. Therefore, he is just circumambulated his parents and got the fruit. That is the idea. The Jagat is Ishvaraha. Therefore, we don't have to know every object of this Jagat to know the Jagat. No Ishvara, Jagat is. Therefore, Yat Jnatva Anyat na Jnatavyam Anyat Jnatavyam na Vashishyate iti. Okay, we will stop here. Next sloka. Again, that is an introduction, glory of this Vidya Stuti, that we will see in the next class. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Skanvanti Divyai Stavaihi Vedai Sangha Padakramo Panishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidusvara Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶಾಂತಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.